Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wise Exotics. I'm your host, Trevor, and today we'll do the start of September for the video log series of 2025. This is mainly a video log series I do of my collection, kind of going over the good, the bad, what's going on, and, bring up random trivia or information I can recall during the talks. At this time, the only current plant that has an issue is my female diabolica. She lost her roots and I've been trying to reroot her. She had some growth going pretty good, and then she's starting to peter out a bit, so I've applying more rooting gel and rooting hormone. Have not seen roots yet. She is using Clone X, so I've had a lot of luck using that before. There's also the rooting hormone Clone X for the woody plants I've tried, and hoping that also works as well in combination. Supposedly you can put it in water, and that can also help stimulate more absorption of that hormone. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. At the time, from past, we had an issue with the neem oil. Some of the plants are recovering, some are throwing fits, also because we had a heat wave that kind of constantly kept the temps at the 80s to 70s, even throughout the night. Those are kind of recovering. The neem oil issue was VGIA, which I call Crimson Candy. It's this one way in the back corner. I had to trim off a bunch of leaves because they were turning brown in a very bad way. Not like that, which is crispy burning from over-fertilization, as we discussed prior, but in fact a weird brown coloration I haven't seen before, and it was spreading toward the mid vein, and it was doing it very quick. So I just chopped off all the leaves showing that, and I kept the one healthy leaf that looks to be doing stable. So hopefully Crimson Candy will push back, and I've also repotted it and potted it up a little more, so hoping that helps. It might stress it out as well, so it might slow it down for a bit, but we'll see how that goes. Now to kick off some of the other plants, a lot of them are doing pretty well. I don't think I have a thing in my pocket. Give me a sec. Well, the others are doing pretty good. I've been adding pings into orders as freebies, which are usually these type ones that are in with Eddie. Raja had a bit of a stress during the heat wave, but as you can see, the new leaf is nice and big and expanding. So that one's doing really well. Palonensis, you can see one of the leaves had a little bit of a stress kind of marking on it, but the new ones are fine. Raja expultata has a trap way in the back. So does Berbigier here. Has a trap that's dead and making one way down there. So, such a shy little plant. But all the others seem to be stabilizing. Clips are pretty hardy. Look at these leaves on the clips. They're so fun to play with. I will point out, though, I had a bunch of, ants try to infest. So they came in from the right side of the glass room, and they all went straight to the clips for dinner. That trap specifically in the back ate a bunch, I noticed. But overall, doing good. So at this point, this Vichai, which is Vichai Barrio 4096 Pink Candy, might be a male, but we'll have to wait till it flowers and then I'll verify it then. Female Argente. She actually had her first basil rooted and sent out to my friend Bailey, so that's good. Alba Marigonata, the red one with red leaves, seems very happy. This is the one I've had basils of here in a growing highland conditions, so it's growing pretty cool. You can see my Aimee actually has a nice pink trap with stripes down there, so it was actually nice to see that. This other clip's doing well. This is the random BE one. I do have this one available for $90 right now, and a free ping. So it's $90 plus shipping, and you get a free ping with your order. There's that new ping. What is it called? There it is. Formosa? Formosa. Something like that. Can't say it, but it's kind of a pinkish color. Doing well. San Madeira seems to be doing quite fine and recovering finally. It's only taken 2 years. This Viking X Black Miracle F2, or Globosa X Black Miracle F2, seems to finally be come back. It does have multiple growth points, so that'll be nice to divide out eventually. Minima X Candy Dreams is coming back. Sibunensis. This is one that gets weird variegated spots, usually close to the stem. Nice new trap just opened up down at the bottom. During the heat waves of all things, I didn't expect it would be so stable, but Sib actually does naturally grow as a companion plant near Argente, it was noted, so it might be hardier than I expect. Now this is a Sumatrana. That one is actually spoken for and to be sold. It is one of the BE random selected clones, so there's that. But all the other plants seem to be doing okay. I go back and forth if I should change my humidifier to get a new one, but this one's such a good little hardy one, Humana. I've gone through 2 of them, mind you, in the X years I've been doing this. But we'll see, we'll see. Yeah. So that's all the tray plants doing pretty good. I don't see any issues other than like what I noted last time where they had stressor leaves because of the heat. As you can see, like these little short growth points. All that means is it'll push out a better leaf in a few jumps, or it'll push a new growth point typically. So VGI are hardy, so I'm not too worried about that, besides the fact I lost the Batabuli after like 4 years or 3 years with me. But that thing never grew either. I mean, I had a lot of these like taffy, and were, you know, kind of this size, and they're now all gaining pretty good size, but that one always stayed pretty small. So we'll see how it goes. Let's go check out the tank, shall we? So here we are in the tank, everybody. I was actually confirmed on my M1 X Cobra here, not to get too into VGI, even though we all know Trevor has a lot of VGI now. It does have stripes, and it is keeping this kind of pinkish red body, so it's definitely going to be a good one. Happy to grab that. On the Marood VGI, so this one's sibling is now going off to my friend Bailey. That was who I got that one for. He finally was ready for it, and it had stabilized, so I said he could take it now. So I sent that his way with the Argente, as well as VGI Hose Mountain. So, ex Barrio. He had been wanting that, so I just sent all 3 his way with some early birthday presents. So we'll see how that goes. So he'll figure out that when he opens it, because sometimes he watches my videos. I'm not going to say what I gave him here, because he might then, you know, be spoiled for the surprise. And we all know I like to send surprises in my packages. Anywho, Rajas. All doing fine. Kinabalu Seaground actually has nice little tubby traps, so it's been making a few. Nice to see. Hasn't colored up yet, but we'll see how that goes. Nice and healthy though. 3152 from our subscriber who I did the trade with, doing fine. This is my other 3152, the black leaf one. Don't know what else to call it. It's the black leaf 3152. It randomly gets it. I know someone said that theirs get, and it's necrosis on theirs. This is not the same as the dying or necrosis. It's actually like a blue-black. Just to be clear, it's very good, and it doesn't always do it. Sometimes it makes perfectly green leaves, and then they'll just start getting the blue-black spotting occurring, and then it spreads, and it doesn't hurt the plant, but it's just interesting. So now on this one, sorry, I've got like a little cough trying to occur. This is my new BCP Tambi Yukon Raja, which I got in a trade with, or I purchased, I'm sorry, from Noah for $110. I was thinking I was going to do a trade, but I inquired in it and said, by the way, I do own Rajas, so don't be too stressed if you're worried. And he's like, why do you need another one? Because I like Raja. It's one of my other favorite species, you know, besides diabolica, besides, you know, VGI. I always did like Raja. That's why initially I had a bunch of Raja hybrids. So I was happy to learn I can grow Rajas perfectly fine. Suratensis, I believe? Yeah. So this is Suratensis, the ocean level lowland that is likes very warm and humid conditions. Doing perfectly fine. The basil exploded during the heat wave, as you can see. So if anybody wants a Suratensis, I'm happy to, you know, trim off the top, and I'll keep the basil, whatnot, figure it out. But it's starting to get a little crazy and cramping the main growth, so I might just trim it off and start rooting that. Yeah, I don't see any issues with the VGI in here. This is one of the ones I grew from seed, so that's a JF001. Weird enough, it's the only one that was squat kind of red colors, and I've always kind of kept it separate, but it's slow. But so were the candies, which are supposedly part of the 3734 series that Christian got. And they were just really slow growing, and they grew slowly from small, and then they got reddish. I do have a 4033 now. I was happy to say I won that at auction. Very stripy with spots on the body. I was actually, the camera from the live did not do it justice. Female clip, doing okay. Aristolocoides, epiphytiata, undulatifolia. By the way, PTE clone 1 looks to be reddish. Diabolica clone 1 doing fine. Clone 4 has put out some new leaves and she is rooting, I hope. They started to make smaller growth points, so I've re-added rooting gel and checked her roots. She's still no roots, but going. I mean, this one went for like almost 2 years without roots, that little macro, which is my oldest, ironically. All those are doing well. BCP clones 11 and 15 seem to be reddish. They start orange, then it goes to a darker red, so keep that in mind. My seed-grown villosa, Tembucan, I believe that's from Jeremiah. Attenborough guy, looks like it actually has stripes. Lingulata, doing wing things. I'd love to see, this is a seed-grown one, so I'd love to see it get that tendril. But not all of them have been getting that, weirdly enough. Singulana, seed-grown, kind of does its own thing. Didn't look to be stressed, but very slow, likes humidity. Don't change its humidity, it gets pestered easily. The female Clipiata is doing fine. Aristolocoides, like I said. Aristo looks like it's between traps, but it does have one trap, and the trap literally looks like a mini version. Where usually like a lot of the Vici or others, you look at their traps and they're like, oh, it kind of looks like a, you know, like you'll see it eventually get to look similar to its an adult form. The Aristo here looks very similar to its adult form, just minuscule, so I found that interesting. Yeah. So hopefully the Diabolica 4 will kick in. It is the only female I'm aware of, so kind of want that. Also, I did get just some fun plant mail, and it would happen to be Mount Kinabalu ABG clone villosa from Plant City. Lance had a random flash sale of those, so I was like, oh crud, so I grabbed one because it's only $80. Where like most Vici, or not Vici, villosa I've been seeing are like 120 or higher-ish. That was like, for a solid clone that gets squat with good teeth, it was a good buy, I think. So that should be it for the updates. I don't think I've lost any GWX Candy Dreams yet anymore. I did confirm talking to Dominic, Drew, and Jeff, anybody who had that cross or had made it. The ex-VCI, people who had got seeds and seed pods from Dominic, did confirm that, you know, of the 40 seeds that they sowed on some, only like 7 germinated. Drew said he had better luck because they were tissue culturing it, so he didn't lose that many, but to what I understand, it does seem like there is a genetic issue in terms of viability with the GW's Candy Dream, so there might not be as many of them around on the first batch. But because it's a good cross and people love those two, they're going to keep making it, so don't worry about that. I think everybody will eventually get one of the Holy Grail crosses. I would also like to confirm, even though like here mine is kind of a greenish color so far, hasn't shown any good traits. This is my largest one. I separated it out because it was kind of, it was in this pot and it was just taking over the others and I didn't want to lose anymore, so it got separated out of mine. My friend Bailey actually has some, and one of his is getting kind of like reddish coloring. I was trying to think like the best way to show it, so it's more like that one where it was showing kind of like reddish hues starting to show. That's a good thing. You want that. The only ones I've seen do pure red to start are these, which are the Asian cross. And what was it? Lush had it. It was Mrudix Candy. I think it was Best X Akazuki and Xbarrow. He had a few of those starting to show red on their first trap. So that'll be good to see. Now, I'm going to pause the video really quick so I can open that villosa and just show what ABG looks like from Lance at a small size. So just to give an idea, this was inside all this moss. So we'll bring this little one into the light. Lance is only like an hour from me, so it doesn't take too long to see it. Ooh, nice coloring on that one. So I'm going to get this little guy potted up after the video, but that's just the new little villosa we'll have in the collection. So this is just a quick update. Mollus is also now out of the tank. It's right in this little area here. Plenty of the plants in the back cabinet are doing fine. I moved some Vici out of there that were having the most stress. So I picked those up and moved those into the back, so let them stabilize, and then I'll bring them back out. At this point, I'm not planning to purchase any more plants. Knock on wood, you know. It's like days since Trevor has bought veitchii. I have a meme from somebody. I was laughing. But the main goal is hopefully in the fall, I'm planning to do an import from Asia with a buddy and a few other buddies and friends, and we'll try to get some more genetics from Asia here into the US is the plan. And if that succeeds, I'll let y'all know, but it's currently up in the air, and we've got to just, you know, figure all the things out. Getting stuff from Asia and China in general is a pain. You have to do a lot of permits, and then the guy on the other end has to apply for permits, I guess, like a month ahead, and they go through this specific nursery. So there's a method to the madness, but hopefully if we figure it out, we can make that more available for others. I did just help with another couple of different imports, but the recent one done with my friend Adrian here was the same person I got this little veitchii from, so it's Nil over in the EU. You know, Nil's plants. So it even gets a little fun passport. But I only got the one, and so far it looks like the best of both parents already showing. No complaints. Both parents are red and have stripes, and this one's already showed stripes a few times, so kind of stout on this new trap. Anywho, I'm gonna go pot up the villosa all. Thanks for joining me on this little video, and if you have questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to post, or you know, if you need consultation or, you know, one-on-one quick talk help, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. Interested in buying any plants? I have a few little ones available. I've got a couple on hold for people. Again, Instagram, Wise Exotic, same little green owl. Happy to do some trades and stuff too. Just hit me up, and you know, best regards all. Trevor out. See you next time.